Hello everybody, it's the King back here with another video. Today guys, we are back with another episode of Minecraft, Age of Kingdoms. A lot has happened in between the last episode and this episode. I have been grinding like crazy. Now, you guys will probably not be able to actually, I guess I have a bunch of junk in my inventory, but you guys will probably not be able to tell that I've been grinding at all, because I don't really have like any, I don't really have a lot to show for it, if I'm gonna be like completely honest, right? But what I've been doing to basically grind is I went ahead and explored them. Actually, it's a little glitchy because I'm inside of a building right now. Hold on. Actually, oh, wait, yeah, with the spider pet, I can actually climb shit. So I can, oh, that was not how I wanted to do that, but it's okay. At least now I'm outside. So yeah, I have been exploring, as you can see, the map. You may notice, or you may not, depending on how much importance you attributed to this map in the past couple episodes, that, there's a couple more waypoints. There's a couple more waypoints here. Yeah, look at that. There's a couple more waypoints here that were not here before. They're all white, which is a very important thing, and they all have names of upcoming build projects. Okay, I've wanted to do this series for so long, and Minecraft Eternal Kingdoms was meant to be what this series is going to be, where I basically just build like a massive, like interactive and comprehensive world. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for like a whole bunch of reasons, right? And like, it was my first time officially doing like an actual Minecraft series. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I wasn't a good enough editor to like be able to cut out shit. I wasn't sure, like, I wasn't honestly enough a good enough YouTuber to know what should be left in and what should just be like cut out or whatever. So it ended up being a bunch of like fluff episodes. This is completely different. This is like a much more advanced King taking basically taking a shot at the same concept, right? So, as you can see, I've kind of marked down a couple things that I want to build absolutely. Now, here's the thing. I did a vote, both on Discord and on YouTube, in between the, like I said, the last episode and this episode, of how you guys would be able to interact with this series, because like I mentioned at the very start of this, one of the main sort of like points of this series is that you guys get to decide what gets built and where and that type of shit, right? Series is supposed to be as much of a collaboration between me as it is you guys as well, and basically we're meant to like come together and build this world together. Obviously, I'll be doing the actual building, because unfortunately, like, I don't have like money for a multiplayer series or whatever. And honestly, even if I did have money for a multiplayer series or whatever, let's just keep it a buck. I am way too much of a control freak. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, unless somebody was just like so much better of a builder, because like, I'm not gonna hold you, I'm not a good builder, but like, unless I found like somebody like was like super good at building, I would probably still be very demanding and doing all the builds myself, because I'm just way too much of a control freak. I used to do the same shit with my sister all the time. Whenever you like played Minecraft together, I'd always want to build my house and her house and whatever, like I was just way too much of a control freak, bro. But like, anyway, you guys have voted choice 2, which I'm gonna put a screenshot up on the screen right now of like what that actually means. But you guys basically said, oh, like, we want to be able to vote on the location and on what's built. I kind of thought about that off camera after, or like after I actually like put up the vote and shit, and man, is that not going to be possible. Like, I really would like it to be possible, but it's just not. Because here's the thing, right? You guys don't, like, have access to this world, right? You guys just kind of, like, the only way you guys get to view or experience this world is through my episodes, right? You couldn't just, like, open up the world and, like, go on it in your own PCs or whatever, right? Which means that what you guys get to experience in terms of locations and sites and stuff is only what I show you. So, for example, you know what, I actually just saw this off in the distance, and this is a great example. Oh, this spider pet is gonna be really annoying every time I use it to jump. If I remove it from the hotbar, does it still apply? No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. Yeah. Inventory pets are going to be something we're going to focus on in this episode, but just give me a second. So, this undead dragon corpse, okay, I have seen, I want to say 3-4 times off camera, but I don't think I've ever once actually looked at it or even mentioned it on camera, right? Now, I always intended to do so, right? I've always intended to come here and mine up the bones and shit so we can make some dragon armor, because, like, it's very lucky for us to find this corpse. But, like, if it wasn't for me showing you guys this right now, you probably would never have even known that was there, right? And that's kind of the issue with you guys being able to vote on locations, because the locations that you guys, like, have to choose from are only the ones that I kind of show off, right? And the issue with that is that, like, if you guys if I don't see potential in a location, right? But you guys have like a really cool idea, or at least you would have had a really cool idea had you guys gotten the chance to see the location. Well, you guys would never get the chance to see the location because in my head I don't see any potential for it, and so like I'm not gonna bother showing it off, right? And so that's the issue. So what I think I'm gonna do instead is basically I'm gonna allow you guys to just suggest builds, right? And then I will do my best to either fit it in to a existing area, or we'll go out and we'll look for a better biome or a better whatever and try to put it in there. Now, while you guys are suggesting builds, right, I'll also allow you guys to have a little more creative freedom and be like, try to suggest like environments around it as well, right? So for example, actually let me pull up the name real quick, cause hold on. Yeah, okay, Imitable Texas, right, which is John, I'm pretty sure. He changed his name a while ago, but he suggested we build a Roman Colosseum, okay? And that had me start thinking like crazy, okay? I don't know why, but that thought had me like start spinning. I was like, oh, okay, that would be so cool. And like, he was like, oh, well, what if there's like a cool like landmark or something like around the Colosseum? And I just kept thinking about it. I'm like, bro, like what if there's like a meteorite in like the middle of the Colosseum, right? Like a massive like stone fragment, right? And because it's like a meteorite, it's extremely like tough and solid. And so like for generations, people were testing like their weapons and like their armor and their magical skills against this stone because it was just so like durable, it just never broke, right? And eventually it became almost like a tradition to like test your might against like the stone as well as like others, right? So like it would be like a contest where people would like line up and like they'd start to like attack it with what the best they could, and whoever like did the most damage or whatever, right? Like a whole contest, which eventually turned into just a straight up Colosseum battle where like people had to like fight around the mountain and shit like that. I'm not sure if I'm explaining my idea good enough, right? But I was like, oh, that'd be really cool. But like, I don't want to just make a Colosseum, obviously. Like I said, I want this to be a very comprehensive and, like, interactive world. So, like, okay, if there's gonna be a massive-ass Colosseum, and when I say massive-ass, I'm thinking, like, 100 blocks across, maybe, like, 200 blocks across. I want this thing to be massive, okay? I want this thing to be so huge, you could see it from a distance. That's how big I want it. I literally want it to be almost like a landmark of, like, the city we're gonna build, right? Which is exactly, which actually, I guess, I got ahead of myself there. But yeah, I was thinking, like, I don't want to just build a Colosseum. I want it to actually be part of the world. So I'm like, what if I build, like, a massive city around it? And I started thinking, and I was like, okay, this would be really cool, but like, what if I can, you know what I mean? What if I can just like add more viewer suggestions into this city that I'm planning to build? So it's not just gonna be the Colosseum, because if you guys are on the Discord, you know that like Worldford suggested a idea, right? Where basically in the first ever like episode when I first discussed this series back when it was just an idea, I asked you guys whether like what you guys wanted to see built, whether medieval builds or futuristic builds, and for whatever reason, the answer that was selected was statues. I didn't say statues. I didn't say, hey guys, is it medieval, futuristic, or statues? But for whatever reason, I got like 7 statue comments. Like, oh, build like a statue, build like a fox statue, build a golden statue, build a Lego Tony Stark statue, build a whatever. I just got so many statues. And it's like, bro, what is going? Nobody said medieval or futuristic. It's just, or I guess modern. But like, literally, you guys just pick statues. And so like Worldford actually had this really great idea to like combine your guys' suggestions into basically making a like a Tony Stark statue with fox ears, right? And like that's super cool, right? So honestly, and me and him started going back and forth on like making lore, right? And so I'll post like a screenshot of that right now. But if you guys want to be more involved in sort of the lore and like votes and polls and all that shit, join the Discord, link down below. Honestly, it is a really great place where we all come together and we meme around, we have fun, all that good shit. But you know, we blame AZA for every time something goes wrong. Yeah, so like I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, what if the city that houses the Colosseum, which by the way, the reason I keep referencing this is because like obviously Arena Mega City, this is where the Colosseum's gonna go, and then this entire plains, right, this entire area is gonna be made into one massive city. Like I want this entire area along with this to be one massive city. I'm not sure if I'm gonna include this shit or not, right? But I know I want all of this to be just one absolutely massive city, okay? And then I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, what if our version of Tony Stark, right? Which, by the way, the lore again is like posted on I should have hopefully posted it on the screen, but if I haven't done so because the Future King forgot and he's an idiot, then just go on the Discord. You'll see it in the I think it's sneak peeks tab or suggestion tab. I'm not quite sure, but regardless, you'll find it somewhere, right? You'll find it somewhere definitely. But like honestly, right? I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, what if like this city is like a little bit of like a technologically advanced city. Not like, okay, no, you know what? Maybe technologically advanced city isn't really the right word for it. What if it's like a blacksmith or like an artificer city, right? Where like the people who like reside in the city are known for being like extremely well and dedicated craftsmen, and like they're really really good at just like what's it called? And just like making cool like enchanted armor and enchanted tools and like all these cool like new innovations and all this shit, right? Like what if somebody made like a magical gun, right? That like works off runes, or like a crossbow that like shoots out like energy beams instead of arrows or whatever, right? So like this city is known for like its innovation, right? And like I said, they used like the stone for years to basically like test the results of their different experiments and shit, right? Because it was so durable, it basically never took damage, and they had their own ways of like judging how like impactful a strike was or whatever, right? What if later on people started to flock to the city, not only to obviously buy their like weapons and their armor and all this like enchanted artifact type shit, but what if they also went over there to challenge them, right? What if, like, people who are more versed in, like, the arcane sort of elements, right? Who are, like, spellcasters, summoners, druids, like, people who are, like, way more magical, right? Came over and were really annoyed at like the progress that these like artifacts were getting, right? And it became sort of a war between like technological development and like magical arts, right? And so the Colosseum was this massive event between like people who practice like more arcane arts and people who are more like who rely more on tools and weapons and shit like that, and they would just compete to see which is better. And it would be like an annual event, and it would like drag people from all over the kingdom, and they'd go and like see this like awesome ass like Colosseum. Like I said, I've been thinking a lot about this, okay? And as you can probably hear, I'm very hyped to make this a reality. So like I was thinking about like what if I mix those two like ideas, right? Now, I have big plans for this world, okay? I have really, really big plans for this world. One of the things, hold on, how long is this, oh, it's already been 13 minutes, god damn. Okay, so here's the thing, I am probably gonna show a time-lapse of me mining while I am, discussing all of this, just because I was gonna do that anyway, but you know what, I might as well overlap this, that way you guys actually hear me talking about sort of what is, like, what the plans are for this series, right? But at the same time, you guys will kind of get an overlap of, like, me, doing a bunch of mining and shit. Or, actually, I might not even do a time-lapse. I might just, like, I might just do a skip or like a little cut or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't actually matter. But yeah, so as I've said, I've been doing some major plans. So you guys will just basically, if you guys have something you want to see built, just suggest it to me and I will try my best to incorporate it. But regardless, I wanted to, before I start on these like massive projects, because over here is gonna be like the massive like city, right? Like the Tony Stark city. And then I was like, okay, but do I want this to be like the capital city of this like kingdom, right? Because by the way, a mega city, the way I'm ranking cities and shit is that it's like capital city, right, which is like the main like city where like the king resides, and it's basically like Washington DC for America, right? It's like basically like the actual capital of like your kingdom or empire or whatever it is, right? So like I was like, do I want to make this the capital city and like add like a castle and shit? And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, first of all, I don't think I have enough room to add like a castle and shit. Second of all, I'm not really sure that I want to like muddy this like city's this city's sort of identity so much, right? It's already gonna be like a technologically advanced city, and its like main attraction is not only the like blacksmiths but the Colosseum. If I make it the capital city as well, it kind of loses too much of its identity. So I was like, okay, I want the capital city to be nearby, obviously, because this is such a major attraction that it makes sense that like this big city is near the capital, in a reasonably distance, right? And I was like, okay, so I want to make it reasonably close by, but I'm gonna need a lot of space to make like a massive, absolutely huge capital city with like a castle for like a king and like the royal family and like a bunch of like big ass markets and like a town hall and all that shit. And so I was looking around, and basically this entire area is just literally free to build. This entire thing is just free for our development. And so this entire thing is going to be made into a, I might even turn all of this into just regular planes as well and incorporate it. But basically this entire place, which is by the way massive, as you guys can see, it is, it's really huge. I think it's like 800, 900 blocks, across. Very massive. But, I'm thinking of doing this and making it the capital city, right? So you'll have like the capital city here, you'll probably have like a castle somewhere in the city, and then you'll have like some cool like bridges and shit, right? And then you can like basically you can travel over to the mega city, right? I still haven't named this shit, right? But like to the blacksmith city and shit. And then like I'm thinking of like adding a farming city nearby. I don't know where I want to do it yet, but I'm thinking like I might turn this into like a massive like farmland, right? So like you have like the mega city, you have like the capital city, and then you obviously have like the massive farmland that like or like the massive farming village that's responsible for feeding these areas, right? And maybe like one farming village isn't even enough, so they have like a second little, I don't know, right? But I have a lot of ideas I want to incorporate, right? Anyway, this might even be a dock. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, it's like available to the open water. It's relatively flat. Like, I genuinely might make this like area a dock. I don't know, bro. But like, I have a lot of ideas and I'm very hyped about it. But that's what we're going to do, but I want to start with something a little bit smaller scale. I want to start with a couple smaller scale projects before I get into like the big massive mega builds, because I honestly don't have very much confidence in my in my buildings, right? And like my sort of like how well I am as a builder. And so I kind of want a couple like mini projects to act as some warm-ups, okay? Now, so what I'm going to do is the first two builds we're going to build on this series are here and here. Let me go here first because I think this one is the cooler one. We're probably gonna build this one second though because it's probably gonna be more difficult. So there we go. Look at how. Let me actually fly real quick. Let me just fly to show you guys an idea. Look at how cool this island is. Like, it is in a natural shape of a crescent. Now, obviously, it could be a little smoother, like if, oh, actually, you know what? I should probably go in creative so you guys can actually see my, hand. So, obviously, it could be a little smoother, like, over here, right? But we can do that in survival, and we can just, like, smooth it out a little more, make it look a little more curved. Obviously, like, take out this, like, weird little blimp, right? So, like, it keeps its nice curve. And then, it literally looks like a cool-ass crescent island. And what I'm thinking is, we keep this crescent, we add maybe like 2 more trees or something, like we get rid of this, we add like a massive tree here, maybe like 2 more mini trees here, and then we get rid of this, or at least we turn it super flat, and we build a massive ass mage tower here. Like, I'm thinking huge mage tower, right? Like a tower here that just goes up into the sky, and this is where like some reclusive like sorcerer or mage or whatever like studies all his spells and shit, right? Now, as you guys can see, it's pretty far away from the capital city and the mega city, but it's not that far away because there's still gonna be builds surrounding it, right? You're gonna have like a mining village over here. I'm thinking of turning this entire forest into like an elven forest. So like we kind of hollow out the center, right? We make sure it's still covered by enough trees, but we make it where it's just like really like almost druid-esque environment where like there's just gonna be a bunch of elven settlements and maybe even like some tree houses and shit like that. Obviously a bunch of custom mega trees, and so obviously it'll be close to the elven forest. It'll still be close to the mining village, so it won't actually be like isolated, right? It'll still be a part of the world, but it'll be isolated enough where like it's reasonable that like, oh yeah, there's a sorcerer who like moved out here and like took distance through the ocean. So if you want to contact him or whatever, you gotta go all the way to trek to the ocean. And because most mortals, obviously the ocean is very dangerous, and like there's dragons in this world and shit like that, like normal people probably aren't gonna be able to just like travel over here whenever they want, but other sorcerers and other magical entities will have no problem. And so like those are really the only people who like are qualified enough to like visit him, right? And like Crescent Island is gonna be known as like the Wizard Tower Island or whatever, right? And then we have over here, which is the mining village. Yeah, look at this, boys. Look at this, boys. This is such a perfect, like, natural thing that, like, man, I had to, obviously, these gaps are from where there was some iron that I took, but, like, this is just so perfect that, like, I have to build here, bro. I'm thinking of developing this into, like, a mine shaft that just, like, goes down and down and down, and, like, you've got, like spirals, like, staircases that will allow you to, like, go down, and, like, this will be, like, an entire massive, like, super, cave, or, like, super mine, right? And then you'll have, like, a bunch of houses and shit, because this will be, like, a mining community, right? And, like, I'm thinking that, like, here's the thing, I want this to be our first kingdom, right? So all of this has to be connected, okay? It's not gonna be like, despite the distances between these builds, right? It's still all gonna be one actual, like, kingdom, right? So you've got, like, the mega city, you've got, like, the capital city, you have, like, farming villages, then you have the mining village, which is still part of this kingdom, right? So it's gonna have, like, its own path here, and, like, we might set up, like, some custom NPCs and shit with, like, wagons, right? That can, like, go back and forth between this, and so it'll be like, oh, they're mining up, like, metal and shit, and, like, they're bringing it to the capital city, and more importantly, to the mega city, right? So that they can get their ores and shit. And so like all of this is look, like I said, I've been doing a lot of off-camera grinding. I've been looking at the map, and I've been trying to think of how to make all of this a cohesive whole. Now, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna make the Elven Forest part of the kingdom. I think it's actually gonna be bordered on the kingdom. So I think all of this is gonna be like kingdom territory, right? All of this right here. But then this is gonna be like, it's bordered on the kingdom. Obviously, they share borders, but it's actually like its own state, right? The Elven, like, community rule themselves. They're not under the, like, hegemony of the royal family, right? And so, like, that's what I'm thinking. And yeah, that's what I've got planned so far. Obviously, it's been like 20 minutes. I really apologize about that. Anyway, so here's what we're gonna do, right? That's actually been super long, but honestly, I'm not regretful for doing this. I'm actually really hyped, and I hope you guys are gonna be hyped too. So here's the thing. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna quickly go mining a little bit. And the reason I'm gonna go mine, oh, sorry, I'm still in creative mode. I don't know why I'm still in creative mode. The reason I'm gonna go mining for a little bit is because as much as I wanna start doing these builds immediately, I've kind of run into a little teeny tiny problem, and that is dragons, and I mean so many dragons. Oh, I'm still in the building again. Goddamn it! Hold on. Let me equip my spider pet, and then let me go like. Hold on. Can I actually? Oh, nope. That was not what I wanted to do. It's okay. All right, it's fine. I'll get the hang of it eventually. So here's the thing. Dragons are more plentiful in this series than I had first anticipated. So this is a dragon nest guarded by a fire dragon. This is a dragon nest guarded by a fire dragon. And this is a dragon nest guarded by a fire dragon. And this dragon killed me twice. I was coming out of the Elven Forest, right, on this entire thing, and I was like, oh, I wonder what I could make this, and then immediately I died twice. I actually had to go in creative mode just to re-grab my stuff. So, yeah, I did cheat. I don't care. It's my world, and I don't want to give my... I don't want the dragon to keep all my shit, okay? No, I want to get right into building, and I don't want to, like, deal with it. I did try to retrieve my shit in, in survival, but it did not work, and I gained 2 deaths. So, yeah, I cheated back my... Well, I didn't cheat back my stuff. I just went in creative so I can grab my stuff without dying. I won't do it again, but, like, yeah, and then I didn't realize that, like, I knew dragons were in the game, but I didn't think that, like, you wouldn't even see them when they swooped down, right? Apparently, you don't even need to enter their actual cave. They just fly around the, like, this area around, and if you enter it, they just go straight for you. So, yes, very dangerous. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video real quick. I'm gonna go mine, because here's the thing, I want some inventory pets, because, we're really gonna struggle against some dragons and shit, honestly. And you know what, actually, I'm thinking about it, and I don't know if I wanna, Huh. I'm thinking about it, and I actually don't know if I want this episode to be any longer than it is. It's already 20 minutes long. Okay, actually, yeah, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this to you guys. It sucks just having an entire episode talking about literally, like, nothing. But, like we haven't gotten any progress done. I mean, technically, right? We have a bunch of builds and shit set up. I might as well like actually show you guys what I'm thinking for like building style, right, for the mining village, because that's what we're gonna tackle first. We're gonna tackle the mining village first, and then we're gonna go ahead to Crescent Island. And once we have both of these builds sort of done, then I'll feel much more comfortable with moving on to the to the mega city. And then once we finish the mega city, I think we're gonna do a farming city first, and then we'll do the capital city. The capital city is obviously gonna be the biggest and most complicated structure, so as much practice as I can get before then, the better. And you know what? No, I know I said I was gonna show off what I intend to the building style to be for like that over there. But thinking about it, I actually think it's better for me to just wait until the next episode to show you, like, to actually start building and shit. I'll go ahead and mine off camera, because we need inventory pets for a lot of things, but mostly so we don't just die to random dragons anymore, or to other random supernatural creatures. I'm gonna try to get us a bunch of diamonds so that we can go ahead and craft things that are gonna give us, like, health regeneration, absorption, fire immunity, like, obviously this is the jump boost. We're gonna grab, like, some speed boosts, shit like that. So when I also I made a backpack off camera, but sorry, completely random. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. I'm gonna go ahead and do a bunch of mining off camera, and then in the next episode we will go ahead and officially start with some builds. I hope you guys are ready for that. Also, like I said, if you guys do have any suggestions, right, for things you want to see in the series, do go ahead and recommend them to me, and I will do my best to build them. And like I said, if you guys have like things you want to see around your base as well, like if you be like, oh, I want to like build a church, but it's got to be a church with like I don't know, like it's got to be a church with like a graveyard hidden in its like dungeon or whatever. Wow, that was really dark. That was really dark. But like, you know what I mean? Just basically like if you want like some certain thematic elements or whatever, just let me know and I will try to incorporate it as best as I can. But I will see you all for the next episode. If you guys have watched up until this point, thank you so much. Hope you all have had a wonderful day. If not, I hope it turns into a great and wonderful day. I will try to get a second Minecraft episode out tomorrow. And then also we're going to have an Ark episode tomorrow out as well. So I hope you guys will be hyped for that. I'll see you all later. Bye.